You've got ideas, you've got ambition, you've got no time, or so you think. I'm Marissa Lonick, and I help busy moms with big dreams and no time. Join me each week as I dive into time management strategies, goal setting and achieving framework, and inspiring guests who are juggling mom life, work life, fill in the blank life. Dreams don't work unless you do, and just because you're a mom doesn't mean you can't still make it happen, whatever it means to you. Welcome to the Mama Work It podcast. Hello, dear mama friends. Marissa Lonick here, working mom of four, time momager, biz momager, certified intuitive life and business coach, and your host of the Mama Work It podcast. I am so excited to be here today, not only to talk to you about some pretty awesome and practical tools, hacks, systems you need when it comes to building and growing your business, but also to tell you about a special free masterclass I've got coming up called How to Build Your Business in Less Than 1 Hour a Day. This training encompasses some pretty major steps that I took when I was building my business alongside a demanding career in corporate leadership, through pregnancy, through postpartum days, through raising littles, through a global pandemic, how I was able to grow my credibility, my profits, my passive income, my business overall, without hustling 24/7, without burning out and giving up, without sacrificing time with my family, and ultimately transition from full-time employee and part-time entrepreneur to full-time entrepreneur and no-time employee. I cannot wait for this live event because I am not only going to be teaching you loads of juicy stuff, I'm going to be available for your questions during our time together. So if this sounds like just what you need, what you want, what you desire, because you're ready to step out of the 9-to-5 grind and into some time and financial freedom, girlfriend, I got you covered. So this masterclass is the place to get started and learn all the things. To register, I want you to head over to today's show notes and click the link. In fact, if you are feeling any sense of yes in your body right now about what I just described, I want you to actually pause the episode right now and go register. So go ahead, hit pause, go register, then come back. Don't forget to come back because we've got a lot of good stuff to cover today. But go ahead, register now, because if you don't do it now, you're going to forget. You're going to get distracted by 100 other things. You're going to find a reason why you can't make it to this masterclass. And I don't want that for you. I don't want that for you. I want this to be a priority to you because I want your dream life to be a priority for you. And if going after an entrepreneurial dream is that for you, this is the class you need to be at live, in person, in the flesh, to hear everything in real time, to ask your questions, to get the answers you need, to be present, to be all in. So I really, really hope to see you there. All right, now let's get back to business. Okay. If you know me, you know I'm a mix of two different kinds of approaches when it comes to how I coach, how I teach, how I mentor, how I support my people. And I firmly believe you need both of these approaches because you can't really be successful if you're not tapping into both. Also, side note, I'm a Gemini. So maybe this is also partially my astrological makeup and the fact that I can switch gears, personalities, interests at the drop of a dime. Who knows? With that said, if you have worked with me, though, you know I bring a lot of internal work into what seems like a very practical objective, which is managing your time better. And reason being is that you can have all the systems, all the tools, all the hacks, but if you don't actually get to the root, the core of what's causing you to feel like a hot mess, to feel unmotivated to move forward, to feel constantly defeated by your to-do list that's growing faster than it's shrinking, no matter how busy you are all damn day, you're not going to get very far in your time management achievement. You're just going to continue to feel like time is just kicking your ass day in and day out. So the same goes for when you're building and growing your business. If you don't focus on the internal work as well as the external strategies, you're basically just running around in circles and you're not getting anywhere good or anywhere fast. So on today's episode, though, we're diving into more of the practical tips and tricks because we've only got 30 minutes and I can't spill all my secrets in one episode, right? Also, if I'm being honest, I am way more logical and analytical by nature. So I know if you're anything like me, you're going to appreciate these tips right now and be able to go take some tangible action immediately after listening to this to get some momentum going in building your business. Now, full disclosure, I give you a lot of this and more in my book, Biz Momagement, the Working Mom's Guide to Go from Employee to Entrepreneur, and even more in my program, Biz Momagement Club. And we are getting ready, by the way, to open the doors again to Biz Momagement Club for a new 90-day cohort where you will basically learn from start to finish how to get your business off the ground, how to develop an exit plan to leave your job. Yes, even your high-paying fancy title you worked your ass off for and may even still be paying off student loan kind of job, okay? I say this because I get it. I get it. I worked my booty off to become a corporate executive. I quadrupled my salary in the corporate world when I was there. I had an identity tied to my job, and it was a hard choice. It was a hard choice to make to leave that world because I didn't necessarily hate it. And it was a big part of me. I just knew I wanted things that role, that world could never offer me, ever. And it was going to be up to me to make that happen. So let's get down to business for real. Let's dive into some of my favorite tools, my favorite hacks, my favorite ways to build your business when you've got limited time, limited resources, limited energy. So you can move away from the 9-to-5 grind and you can step into the life and schedule of your dreams, where you get to be a mom on your schedule, where you get to do work you love, where you get to make more money than you ever imagined, where you get to step into being the CEO you were meant to be. All right. The first tool you must have when you are in business is Canva. Canva, okay? www.canva.com. I'm putting all the links to this in today's show notes. Do not worry. So maybe you come from a marketing or a design background where Canva is something you're already familiar with. If so, that is awesome. When I first started my business, I followed a lot of mompreneurs out there who were mentoring new business owners, okay? And I did not know what Canva was. This was a foreign concept to me. Maybe it was newish at that time. Maybe I just didn't know. Maybe just my background never brought me to the Canva world. So anyway, one of these awesome ladies, mentors, had asked her audience in a social media post one day, what would you rather have if you could only pick one? And it was a choice between Google Calendar or Canva. Now, again, I didn't even know what Canva was at the time, right? But I was like, damn, Google Calendar is pretty legit. So this Canva must be pretty legit if she's comparing it with that. So I thought to myself, I should probably check that out. Girlfriend, if you don't know what Canva is the tool you need if you want to create anything social media, anything graphic design, anything brand related. Think flyers, infographics, social media campaigns, even like entire workbooks, playbooks, flyers, all that stuff. This is the tool you need. There is a free version to get started, or you can go all out. You can opt for the paid version. It's not very expensive. But the free version is really legit, okay? And it has tons of options to work with. So take your choice, free or paid. It's super clearly organized by what you need. Like if you need an Instagram story, if you need a Facebook post, if you need a LinkedIn cover banner, if you need a flyer for an event you're hosting, all the different sizes, right? All the different layouts. It's got tons of templates. It's got media to choose from. I mean, fonts, all the stuff you need to design stuff, even if you don't have a background in design. And you can even share this with another collaborator. So if you're working with a partner, if you're working with a virtual assistant, if you're working with a mentor who's helping you, you can share things within the app, within the website to partner with someone else to do that stuff. So this is a tool, a must-have tool. If you don't have an account with them, sign up, get a free one, and start playing around in there. Start learning how to do things. Start getting creative, right? Letting your creative juices flow. All right, the next tool that you should absolutely invest in is a social media posting / scheduling tool. Now, you might be thinking this feels like an unnecessary way to spend money. And if you're first starting out in business, you're definitely going to want to be scrappy. I get it. But let me remind you, time is money. Time is money. And this tool will save you tons of time. Firstly, if you plan to be on multiple social channels with your business, like Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, Pinterest, you name it, you can easily create one single post, click a few buttons, and boom, your post is now visible on multiple platforms without having to log into any one of them. The next reason this tool is so helpful and saves you tons of time is planning. So these tools allow you to plan and schedule your content in advance so you can visually map things out, you can strategize effectively, and you can ensure you're showing up consistently for your audience. By batching content, you can easily check social media off your list for weeks at a time, maybe even longer. And some tools, they even allow you to put content on a repeating cycle. So you can make certain you never miss being in front of your prospective client's eyes, even if you're recycling posts over and over again. And then there's this obvious and not so obvious part, okay? So social media scheduling and posting tools, these allow you to post on social media, again, without ever having to actually go on social media. So hear me out. This doesn't mean you're totally like boycotting social media while you're in business. That's very hard to do, especially if you're the person managing that part of your business, right? But what it does mean is that you don't necessarily have to log in there when you're posting things. This removes so much pressure of having to go on social media to post your marketing content, and also the high probability of getting sucked into the social media vortex when you are logging in there just to post one quick thing, right? So even if you're planning to just put your daily post up or your weekly post up or whatever it is, you're in and out, you just want to get in, post, and close the app. What's going to happen 9 times out of 10 is like, oh no, that IG carousel post just snagged you, right? Just got you reeled into the scroll, or that link or that reel or whatever it is just caught your attention. And what happens is now you've wasted 28 minutes of mindless scrolling when you thought you were just going to spend 90 seconds at maximum posting your post and moving on with your day. So take the temptation out of this daily task or this weekly task or however often, in business that you're posting on social. Get ahead of the game by batching your content. Get strategic about it, right? Get in front of more audiences with one single click using a third-party social media posting / scheduling tool. Again, I will post options I've either used in the past or have done Google research on, so you don't have to. In today's show notes, you're welcome. Again, posting all the links today in the show notes. So be sure to head over there and take what's speaking to you, leave what doesn't. But, take advantage of that. Like there's a lot of time and energy I know I spent when I was building and growing my business, and I still spend today researching things. And there's nothing wrong with that. But if someone's already done that for you, girl, take advantage of that. Take advantage of that, okay? All right, another pro tip you are going to want to have when you are building, growing your business is you want some sort of free opt-in. Free opt-in. Most people out there aren't just going to hand over their email address, their information without some type of like gift or freebie in return, right? Think about when you're on different websites and that little light box pops up or that banner is at the top of the site and it offers you something. It offers you something. It offers you a discount. It offers you a free something sent to your inbox. It offers you, I don't know, VIP status, whatever it is, but it gives you something in exchange for you providing typically your email address, sometimes your phone number too, and usually your first name, right? So you need a free opt-in. You need something that's going to captivate your audience and tempt them, allow them, make them feel safe, make them feel excited to give you their contact information. So depending on your business, this could be a free PDF with tips and tricks related to what you do. It could be an ebook of your 10 favorite cookie recipes. Maybe if you're selling, a cookbook or bakeware or anything like that. It could be a recorded webinar on the 3 biggest mistakes moms make when it comes to managing their time. This was one of my opt-ins in the past. It could even be like a free audio file of a guided meditation to get better sleep if that's up your alley. So as long as this freebie is A, valuable to your audience, and B, in line with what you sell, you're going to do great with offering nearly anything here. So a recommendation, just as a side note here, have something electronic so you're able to automate a response that immediately provides your client, your customer, access to the said freebie. Nobody likes to wait for anything, and you don't want any added pressure to like send things out one at a time or, have another task to do. Also, another reason that you are going to want to have some sort of email service. That's another item here we're not covering on today's show, but definitely some sort of email service and lots of options that I offer, lots of recommendations that I offer in Biz Management Club, in Biz Management, the Working Mom's Guide to Go from Employee to Entrepreneur book. So be sure to check that out. Okay, my last tip I'm throwing into today's episode is to find yourself a coach. FYI, this is not a shameless plug, although if you like what you hear, I would love to chat with you and see if you and I gel for me to be your coach, but that's not why I'm mentioning this, okay? A lot of people I talk to aren't sure what the benefits of working with a coach are, especially if they're super self-motivated and ambitious. And let's be honest, if you're listening, you likely are very self-motivated and very ambitious. And if you're a mom, you definitely are self-motivated because you do a lot already. And you probably think to yourself, how could a coach help me? How could a coach help me? I'm already kind of doing the thing, making it work. I'm handling it. Why do I need a coach? So as someone who is very, very self-motivated, I can tell you, myself, Marissa, have been working with a coach in some capacity for the past eight or so years. Even the most motivated individual benefits from the support, the motivation, the accountability of partnering with a coach. Why? Here are the few reasons that stand out to me most. So, when you sign on to work with a coach, you're making an investment in yourself. You're paying for someone to help you get from point A to point B, or first even figure out what point B even is, on the quickest and most direct route possible. So could you get to point B without a coach? Absolutely. Just like you could get from New York City to LA on a road trip without Google Maps. But what would you want? Would you want to do that? Would you actually want to drive cross country without some sort of GPS along the way? Like it would probably take you a hell of a lot longer due to getting lost, due to stopping for directions, due to getting stuck in traffic. And you'd waste a lot of valuable time along the way. And remember, time is money. So having the right coach is like the Google Maps of getting from where you are to running a successful business. Now, besides this, I just want to remind you again, you're paying someone, right? When you sign on to work with a coach, you are exchanging currency for that service. Now, I don't know about you, but when I pay for something, I want my money's worth. Like, I will be damned if I don't hit those goals or make that money or work my hardest to get there with the support and clarity I'm paying for that I'm receiving from that coach. So having a coach by your side, it takes away any ounce of laziness you might feel, and it totally just like chucks it out the window. And it replaces it with motivation, with energy, with excitement, with clarity. Like nobody out there wants to hop on their weekly or biweekly coaching call and tell their coach that they Netflixed and slept for the last 7 days and didn't accomplish what they set out to do. Nobody. In fact, many coaches, at least good coaches, they're not going to tolerate that. They won't bother taking your money and watching you fail because that's a reflection on them. So if you're not up for delivering your part of the bargain, they're likely not going to be up for providing you with their expensive and powerful coaching. When you're on the entrepreneurial roller coaster, because it's an emotional roller coaster, I will tell you, a coach can also help sort of just talk you off the ledge when you're wanting to quit. When you're contemplating giving up on your dream, your coach is going to like slap some sense back into you and build your confidence back up. They might even share a similar story so you can rest assured that you're not alone. The value of having an individual like this in your life, no matter how successful or unsuccessful you feel in your business right now, is so much more than I can articulate in this short episode. Find yourself a coach, stat. And if you don't have one or you're not convinced, please contact me. And I'm happy to talk to you more about the benefits of having a coach, about me as your coach, just any questions you have about this element. I'm here for you. All right. I am going to wrap up today's episode there. I have so many more of these practical tips and tools, again, in the book Biz Management, The Working Mom's Guide to Go from Employee to Entrepreneur, in Biz Management Club, which I would love to see you be a part of. We are, again, hosting our next 90-day cohort. It begins in May. If this is something that is interesting to you, apply. The application is free. You and I connect. I tell you more about it. We see if you're the right fit, if I'm the right fit for you to work with and make that investment. And it is an incredible opportunity to, again, go from building and starting that business to coming up with an exit plan to fully step into it, step out of the 9-to-5, step into your dream life. You know, when I first started my business, I knew nothing, like literally nothing about what to do, how to do it, the order of steps to take. Like I said, I had Google, I had a coach, I had a course, and I had a desire for it. And I'll tell you what I didn't have. And you probably don't have this either. I didn't have copious amounts of time to sit in front of a laptop, frustrated AF over what sales funnels were, over how to build one, because I had a demanding job. I had demanding toddlers. I had a household of demanding responsibilities like overflowing laundry baskets, right? So when I figured out how to make progress happen efficiently, effectively, when I was able to step into the life and career of my dreams with the schedule, flexibility, income, and impact I'd always wanted, this is when I knew I had to step in and support other women in this space. This is why I went into business, and I'm sure this is why you're in it too. You want all of those things. You want that schedule freedom. You want that financial freedom. You want to leave your mark, your legacy on this world. So if you are ready for tips, tricks, shifts to make it happen for you too, join me at that free masterclass happening on May 3rd. It is called, again, How to Build Your Business in Less Than 1 Hour a Day. It is going to teach you some really efficient, productive tips, tricks on how to make this happen without stressing out, burning out, losing your mind, because I know you're juggling all the things right now. And most importantly, it's going to help you step out eventually of that grind that you're doing right now and into your dream business and your dream life. So I cannot wait to see you there. Be sure, if you didn't listen earlier and pause this episode because you wanted to get a little bit more feel of who I was and what this was about, be sure you do it right now. Go ahead and head over to the show notes, register for the free masterclass happening on May 3rd. I will see you there. I'm so excited to meet you, and I am wishing you lots of success. Don't forget to work it, mama. Bye. You've been listening to the Mama Work It podcast. I hope you've enjoyed this episode and would love if you could take a quick minute to leave me a review on whichever platform you're listening from, and maybe even send a note to a fellow mama friend recommending it. Reviews and recs help this podcast grow and reach more like-minded, awesome moms. And if you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to click that button so we can stay in touch, girl. By the way, if you haven't checked out the Mama Work It website, please do. There are lots of free resources and great articles there that can help you with the juggle of work life, mom life, wife life, fill in the blank life. So head on over. Thanks again for being part of the tribe. I'll see you soon, but in the meantime, keep on working it, mama.